Here, last night yesterday they started the verification of the statements of poll for Region 4. So they had gone through quite a few, and then at about 2 a.m. unexpectedly they stopped. They said they would resume this morning. Now the process that was used was the RO would call out the statements of poll, their numbers, and then all the parties will decide whether they had a variance, and they accepted that. So they did not restart this morning. Then we heard Mr. Mingo fell ill, and then at 1 p.m. they resumed this with a spreadsheet from somewhere. We don't know who prepared this spreadsheet. Now the law says, and once was done in all the regions, that you have to use statements of poll in the verification. They came with a spreadsheet and started to call out list boxes from the spreadsheet. In 23 places that they called out, in 17 of those, they have to do with at least 100 votes more than that are on the statement of poll. So everyone objected. The observers, the political parties, everyone objected to this. Then Mr. Lonefield came down himself, and he did a random sample. He took 3 of them, and he found that in each of these 3 cases, you had at least 100 votes more for APNU. That is on the statement of poll. Now they have copies of the statement of poll. The parties have copy of the statement of poll. We don't know who generated this list. And so that is the issue right now. The entire diplomatic community is here. The entire observer group is here. They have to go back to the law. There's we don't know who generated this list that they started using.
Anyone ask who generated
And so that is going to come later. Right now we want, because the people of this country are waiting for verified results. They've had declarations in all the regions using that very process, statements of poll. Here in Region 4, they want to use a list generated by someone. So now we have to ensure that the law is followed. The APNU agents seem to be the only ones with this list that the Gecom is using. Nobody else has it. No observer, nobody else. So we first of all have to get back to the process of verifying all the statements of poll in Region 4 to see that they're accurate, and then have the results declared for Region 4. If parties then have a concern, they can ask for a recount. They have up to noon of the following day to ask for a recount. But that is what is necessary now. So, because the people of this country are waiting for verified results. But we are not going to compromise the process. I heard about preparations, picture of preparations for swearing ceremony at the office of the president. It's all fake. This is to create the impression that APNU won the election. We have our numbers. We made a commitment that we will not declare when we sign to that pledge. Dr. Ali signed on to the pledge with President Granger that no party shall declare until Gecom makes the final declaration. We've been keeping this. We have our numbers. We've inputted every statement of poll from across the country. We have verified it. We shared it. The observers have it. They know this. So we didn't use call-in data. We used the statements of poll. It shows an unassailable, a huge lead for the PPP.
So, does that include Region 4?
That's massive. Across the country and in Region 4, I shouldn't tell you. That would be declaring the result, what I promised not to do. But the process, the country has to understand that we have to have verified results. All the people, APNU supporters as well as PPP supporters, they want verified results. And if it takes 2 days more to get that done, then that's fine with us, because then you announce unverified results. So that is it. The whole country has had their declarations, almost every region, and they're stalling in Region 4, just stalling, all the time stalling the process. They could have continued last night. By now we would have been, if they had gone with the statement of poll that Mr. Mingo started with, and then we would have already had results by now in Region 4. They stopped it. I suspected, let me tell you this, that they wanted Mr. Mingo to use this spreadsheet. And he knows the law, and Mr. Mingo refused to use the spreadsheet because he was started off using the statement of poll for 310 boxes in Georgetown. And there are just a few more remaining, I think 70 odd boxes remaining for Georgetown, around that level, from last night to verify. And then you go to East Bank and East Coast.
So the
And
71 had the discrepancies?
no, not the Georgetown. So they didn't complete Georgetown.